Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nago Tarot Odyssey. How are you guys? I hope you're having a great Yule and holiday season and everything's coming into place for you and you're relaxed. I decided to not start taping at 5 a.m. this morning and take it a little easy and let ideas come to me. Now, you guys, if you're into some of the things that I'm into and you like, the supernatural and esoteric and fairy tales and wizards and all this stuff, The Witcher is now on Netflix and it is amazing. I watched about 5 or 6 episodes yesterday, and this is what gave me the idea for 2 days reading. And part of it was within the storyline. I'm not going to give anything away, but The Witcher wants to be granted a wish, so he's fishing for a djinn, which is basically a genie. And the whole theory of why the jinns are so combustible and angry and upset is because they feel trapped. Of course they do. They're in a bottle. They have a seal on it. They only are allowed out to grant people's wishes. So if you're feeling like that at times, because I realized that was the most angry, upset I've ever been in my life, is when I felt trapped at a job, trapped in some kind of weird loop within my family, some dynamic or aggression. When I felt trapped financially, so I couldn't go and do the things I wanted to do because of that. Restrictions and feeling trapped can make us really lash out, right? So this is why I titled this Why You Won't Recognize Yourself in 60 Days, because once we begin to unravel that tightness and that feeling of being trapped and not having choices and not being in control of things, we are an entirely different person. But we do have to take those reins and decide where the change needs to be to have those feelings of freedom, right? Are we saying yes to people, places, and things that don't do us justice, that are taking our time, money, and effort, right? Friends that we're constantly giving lifts, money, our time and resources to, same thing, family members, whatever, huge distractions within our lives. Are we in a job where we have a superior that doesn't respect our, personal hours, our personal time, is always calling us in, has negative reinforcement, any of that, so we feel trapped no matter how beautifully we are operating within these spheres? If we have disrespectful or disregarding energies around us, it can give us that feeling. And I just love that immediately. I knew right then what people were feeling like. And so it also allows us a lot of compassion for other people. Are we working with people that we think are a little on edge and nasty? That could be part of the reason they're behaving this way. So we should apply sympathy and empathy. Perhaps they're feeling trapped. Maybe they're a single mother and they feel like they really need this job, even though they may not enjoy it. And here's the weird rub too. We could actually love a job, but if we feel like we don't have any other choice, we can kind of turn those walls inward and think, oh, well, maybe I'm just convincing myself of this because I need this job. So there's always this fine line that when we know we have choices, abundance, richness, new directions to move in, we are a different person with healthier, broader aspects to life, right? So ask yourself that right now. Do I feel trapped in some regard of my life that's making me irritable? Do I feel like I don't have the choices to travel or work where I want to work, be with the people I want to be, have the respect and the fun and the lightness in my life that I deserve? And how can I go about changing that? I really loved, as soon as I saw that, I was like, aha, it was a huge aha moment for me of why some people in the past I worked with were so irritable. And I thought, that's it. They feel they have no other choice or vocation and they're stuck in that. So sympathy arose, and right away I saw them in a different light and perspective. And I feel like that can happen for you guys too. So you guys, I would love for you to come over on my Instagram channel. I'm running all these contests tomorrow. I'm running a luxury gift contest, and it may or may not have something to do with Hermes. So go over there and check it out. I've been doing gold coin giveaways. I'm silver cougarants. I'm going to be doing crowns. I may even have this crown in there. I love this so much. I don't see if you can think you can see it in the proper lighting. It depends whatever women fancy carries me. I like to just go on instinct and intuition. But I just want to tell you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for all your beautiful comments. I love seeing you guys get all excited about this holiday season. It's a time to rest, relax, recuperate, and care for self. Stay out of all the hustle and bustle and have some great food and enjoy your life and relax and have some restful mornings. Take time for yourself, all of that. So we have 3 cards to choose from. Number 1 is Shimmer, Glamour, Confidence, Alluring, Charisma. Number 2 is Into the Woods, Stranger in a Strange Land, New Experiences, Feeling Uncertain, Transition Zone. This is huge. This is what this reading is based on. We are going to feel quite like strangers to ourselves because we're coming through this darkened phase where all the heaviness is lifted and we see ourselves in this new light, and we're like, who was that old heavy person that just was feeling trapped and had all these kind of vagaries about their future, where now this new disciplined, lighthearted specimen has arrived, right? Number 3, the golden gift, magical help is on its way. This is part of also why we're going to feel so free and introduce new fundamentals to our life, where we feel divinely guided, our perspectives are shifting. We know all this light, beauty, and choices available to us makes a huge difference. So number 1, Shimmer. Number 2, Into the Woods. And number 3, Golden Gift. So we are going to start with Shimmer, and I'm going to be using all fairy decks. I'm going to be using fairies everywhere. So we're going to see what's going on. Again, if you chose this, I feel like you're stepping into this thing where you feel yourself and see yourself in a sparkly or lighter light. I do this especially when I was having all my coughing fits and just feeling like a sweaty mess. I just take a nice steaming shower. I put on a little bit of makeup and just put on a fabric that felt really nice. And I all of a sudden felt a little hitch in my giddy up. I felt good. I was like, oh, okay, now I'm going to write this and do that. I felt better. I'll tell you, there's nothing that can be a little bit making us feel like deflated is just wearing a big gray sweatsuit around with our hair all crazy, unshowered. It's like, it's not a great feeling. So when we just start to implement a little self-care and we feel this, we start to feel good about ourselves. We know the potential that we carry in every regard. We don't always have to look glamorous, but when we feel that we are implementing self-care, we feel a little bit better. So for some of you guys, you have a new career coming. Wow. Story keeper. So let's start with a new career. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. I already feel like some of you are feeling that, listen, I have all this potential. I have all these great ideas. I really want to nourish my soul and my life path. I sometimes feel where I am that I'm regarded well and my ideas are listened to and this and that. But if you feel like you are by any means on some kind of gerbil wheel where you're doing the same thing, you're not looking forward to it, things are looking kind of gray instead of a bright yellow of, anticipation and joy, you're like, oh, I have to go to work. And how does your body feel when you say that I'm going to work? I just say I'm going to create whatever I'm doing. It doesn't matter, private videos or whatever, because I do get to be constantly creative. Do you feel like that I'm going in to create? You're going to create something wonderful when you go into work. Really ask yourself that. Over on my IG, I placed this thing today that was asking, if you could do anything all day and have it be your profession, what would it be? And why are you not taking steps towards that? I had to do that. I had to mindfully do that because of course fear does pop in and we're like, well, I have a reliable paycheck, I have benefits, this and that. You can gradually move into that other section of doing exactly what you want by doing it, part-time. Start to create time for it, a blueprint, how it's going to work out, how you're going to be able to delegate your time wisely, and what is going to really take your focus and energy, things like that. You don't just have to drop everything. Of course, we're doing this responsibly, but ask yourself that, because I feel like a lot of you guys have some great ideas and you're like, I really wish this could be my career, my painting, my speaking, my channel, my offerings to the world that have to do with creative endeavors, as opposed to punching into a 9-to-5 where I kind of just feel like a cog in the wheel. You are expanding in a huge sense of the word. And I'm telling you, 60 days down the road after you implement these new steps and you realize you have what it takes, you're listening to your good inner voice. It's telling you have all the potential, you have all the opportunities you need, and you have all the resources and skills to be successful. Therefore, you're going to be. I love this tell your story, legacy, and write down your wisdom. Write down when you get a good idea, whenever you have it. I did that last night after watching The Witcher. There were so many aspects to that had so much beautiful implied wisdom with the druids, with the witchers, with ancient knowledge, things that made sense, human mortality, all of that, fear, power. It made so much sense to me, and it actually was like it was really, really moving because there are things I already knew, but they worded them perfectly and it made a lot of sense. So start to write it down, tell your story. I feel like a lot of you guys are thinking about writing books about your experiences, about how to help other people move into that beautiful energy, because I feel like that's part of your legacy for you to be able to express this really beautifully and profoundly to other people. So let's use these beautiful fairy tarot and see what's coming as well. Yeah, I felt so inspired when I watch things like The Witcher, Merlin, any of those things, that they're so up my alley because I get all that, and I don't think that it's that far off the scale and perceivable. I do believe in old magic, old connections, all of that. So beautiful. 2 of Cups. So you have a love offer coming. I felt this group was going to have some substantial thing. 10 of Swords. As soon as you move away from that. Okay. Very, very clear. Justice. Okay. So what some of you guys, there's 2 separate messages here. Some of you guys are waiting for a specific person to come into your life. They are recovering from a 10 of Swords moments. They have so many heavy thoughts and convictions that they want to move through, see through, and work through, and alleviate some certain things. I feel like some of it's debt, some of it's karmic debt, some of it is relationship drama, stuff like that. They're removing that from their life. A lot of this is your soulmate energy too, with this high arcana here, major arcana, and what's happening, then they're going to be able to come in with this pure divine love offer for you. This is truly a soulmate connection, and this is part of the reason you're not going to be able to recognize yourself within 60 days. All of a sudden, when this energy and karma shifts and this portal is open, we elevate in such profound, magical, spiritual ways as well, because we realize the big picture crystal clear. Listen, all that matters is kindness, self-care, self-love, reevaluating your priorities, letting go of all these silly little notions that we have to do, be, or seem a certain way. We only should be and do what we feel is a pure motive for ourselves, for our journey, and how we're going to expand. And because of that, all this negative, heavy energy that used to be around you is being lifted, and now all this light and love and synchronicity is permeating your energy around you, bringing in this huge, substantial love offer, which you've already planted the seeds for and you know is arriving anyway. And now that you have gratitude and joy and you're looking forward to, the Justice card comes in and goes, here you go, here is your blessing. I love these symbols. There's a lot of heavy, the Jinn has a symbol that's similar to this in The Witcher, and it's really cool. And I do feel sigils are very impactful. The symbolisms, all of this. So I feel like this may actually be part of something that's going on within your soulmate. They may have a tattoo that's very tribal as well. And the blessings are coming in, and the winnings and the peace of mind and the way that things have always meant to be going for you in the best way are now coming in, and you're applying this really top-notch thinking to bring all this abundance into your life in a really epic way. I love that group 1. That is beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Write things down because you're really on a dynamic life phase right now. You know, you have your love of your life coming in with this beautiful offer that is genuine and it's just magical. I'm so excited. If you are thinking of starting something, now is the time. The power, the angels, the spirit, the energy is all on your side helping you. You know, you're in for a new you. So I'm very excited. So get ready for the glamour, confidence, allure, charisma, and love group 1. Beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. Also, come see me on Instagram. I'm doing everything over there. It's so much fun. I do daily posts and memes, crazy contests. I love you guys. I want to give back. I've been, busy setting up stuff over there and saying thank you. So if you need a private read, anything, particulars, come on down there. Everything's over there. And thank you guys for supporting my Etsy store and buying all your, custom-made goodies and healing stones and everything. It's so appreciated, you guys. So now we're on to number 2, Into the Woods, Stranger in a Strange Land. This is actually an Eric Heinlein book, too. It's Ian's favorite book. New experiences are coming, feeling uncertain, transition zone. Again, this is why you're not going to recognize yourself. Instead of saying, no, I'm in my comfort zone, I feel good, I don't really want to do that, you're going to go, hell yes, I want to try that. Invite, yes, please. Eyes up, eyes out of phone, heart open, shoulders back. You're realizing if you don't grasp this, look your future in the eye and say, this is what I want, A, B, and C. It's not necessarily just going to come to you. It's like that person sitting in yoga on their mat going, I wish I was wealthy, super healthy and wise, but not exercising, not working, or doing the work. You know what I mean? This is you, just the thought process, but it's going in, you're reading, you're listening to good readers and speakers that are helping you evaluate your path and filling you with positive, insightful things. That's what's important. That's how I portion out my day. Every couple hours I stop and I listen to very inspiring readers, writers, and people that galvanize me, get me happy, know that that direction is available to me, that hope, that life, that strength, all of that. And that's what you're starting to do. But you will feel strange because all of a sudden you're going to have 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins. And you're like, I'm not used to winning this big. I'm not used to people paying attention to me, valuing my opinion, doing this, that, and the other. And it just goes on and on and on. And all of a sudden it's like, you just feel like you're a different person in this spectacular new energy. So let's see what else is going on for you. You have the Grail Fairy, fertility, the return of life, health, life cycles. That's part of it. You have reinvigorated your vitality. You're deciding, through assertiveness, stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. You are no longer giving away your power or energy or anything that truly belongs to you and helps you sustain on your best path. Your focus is on you and your wins and your creativity and who you love and where you're moving towards and what is going to be best for you, your vitality, your mental space, your soul growth, all of that. And I just feel like it's a huge return of life. You're not going to be able to recognize yourself because you are going to feel invigorated, healthy, directed, focused, loving, all of that. Any of that neediness or dependency or judgment or anything that used to cloud you and kind of make you go off in the wrong direction or get heavy is leaving you. Your focal point is now on all the beauty, being aware, being in the moment, being absolutely focused at that moment, the richness of it. That's how this reading came upon me when I was watching The Witcher. I zoned in on this one thing of people feeling trapped, and that's why they can be edgy and persnickety and, just angry, is because anybody that feels that they can't assert themselves or be 100% who they are will react differently than people that they know they're free. They don't care about any judgment. They don't care about any criticism because that's that other person's problems. People that are the first to criticize are the unhappiest, the unhealthiest, because it's all about them. They're mirroring all over the place and they can't contain their animosity, jealousy, or whatever. So that should be immediately dismissed. Anybody says one iota about you that isn't, endearing and loving and caring, that is their baggage. Send it back their way lovingly and, return to this beautiful cycle of, ta-da, here I go, watch me roar. And you're going to stand up for your beliefs. You're only going to say yes to, people, places, and things that advance you, advance your growth, advance your vitality, your sense of worth, your gifts, your enthusiasm. You're not going to go and sit with 3 friends that bitch about everything and everyone all day long because you're on the highest perspective of the Wheel of Fortune. And this guy's coming to say hello right now. You are a Queen of Swords, high thinking, high minded, even though, look at this, this is wonderful. Okay, so the King of Swords, look at this, is crazy. You have both the Queen and the King of Swords. So also you guys are pulling in your soulmate to this match. Your perspective on life is bringing in your soulmate in a huge epic way as well. What has happened is you have this beautiful high-flying perspective of what you expect out of life now. You're no longer any kind of doormat, yes man, or any of that. You are ready to be propelled into the best life sphere that you can have, and by clear thinking, and that means being aware of the present moment. How do you feel? How does your body feel? Does anything feel tight, clenched, not open? And how to rectify that through breathing and focus and tension. What do you want to do right in this moment that's going to make you feel good? A beautiful cup of tea, listening to quiet music, and then focus on arranging your day around that. You're not going to be pulled or swayed by everybody around us. Has their own energy, their own agenda, and whatever. And it is our choice to say, sure, I'll go along for that little ride if it sounds good and it sounds engaging and fun. Or I'm going to say no if it feels heavy or dejective or complaining or any of that. I'll say no to that because I want to encapsulate bright, healing energy throughout my day. So I'm going to focus on what brings that and what takes that away, right? Therefore saying no. And because your vibration is raising in your frequency while this soulmate energy is being called in, because that's a natural progression. And I'm not surprised to see this with the 2020 portal just about to open up in January, that all this great karmic energy is awash with bringing us in our true loves and connecting us to this highest, most best perspective that we can possibly have and see. Because, there's certain things that proclaim our attention on a daily basis, and it's such a huge distraction if we're patterned and it's patterned in us, our subconscious. Oh, react this way to that person because you don't really like them. Oh, dismiss this person out of hand because you don't really like them. Let's start an argument over here because we're bored. Let's do this and that. Let's get dramatic. All those little things that we have just kind of been on a running cycle, and we have to now evaluate them for what they truly are. Past disruptive patterns that keep us away from our true love, our true purpose, our heightened sense of self, where we feel love, adored, warm, and connected to everything. And now you guys are on, okay, I've scrolled down and now I see what I want, and it's on its way. And I feel right now too that your soulmate is kind of like in this, I call it like the wish epicenter, where they feel you, they know you're there, they're on their way, they're trying to connect with you through synchronicity, so you'll probably be seeing it a lot. I feel like 222s, 555s are going to be big numbers for you. I feel like music is also going to play a part. You might hear drums, see drums. I definitely feel like you're reaching out and communicating, both of you, to one another, and bringing that energy, and I love that. And your perspective now is just beautiful. See all the twinkling rich greens in there, the freedom, the wings just taking you wherever you want to go, a 10 completion. Even though, you see icicles down there, look at the verdant green and the freshness while fruit is still forming. It's like the frozen is falling away and the new fresh light is beginning for you. So beautiful energy, group 2. I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you want a private read, stand up for yourself, come see me on Instagram. I'm running all kinds of fun contests. All my links are down below for that. And this is the most important, you guys, the return of life, health, life cycles, feeling good, vibrancy, caring for your beautiful self. Gorgeous. All right, now we're on to number 3, which is golden gift. Magical help is on its way. This happens to me all the time, consistently, when I think, I'm not going to be feeling well. My schedule's so jammed. I'm not going to be able to come up with, a course that's going to keep me interested. Luckily, everything interests me. It is the weirdest thing. Like, colors interest me. I pick out one deck, all of a sudden I know what today's topic's going to be about. I know what I'm reading. I'm always looking for that. I think that's part of it, and that's what's going to be for you. You're looking for answers in everyday things, and because you're present, you're going to find them. You're just looking at a plant. All of a sudden, you're like, those are the colors I'm going to paint that. You're all of a sudden just looking at a fresco on the wall, and you're like, there's the solution to that. You're all of a sudden looking out and you see some birds, and you're like, oh, all that pressure's alleviated. You're looking for answers, release, and relief. Therefore, you're finding it. That's a big thing for you. I feel like now you know where to look to have, to relinquish any pain, heaviness, doubt, or misdirection. So you have the Greenman's Bride, sacred union, commitment ceremony, maturing into deep relationship. If some of you are asking right now, where is this relationship going, and you want it to mature, you are going to be able to direct it and manifest it in that direction. This person already adores and loves you. And if this person is on the periphery and you're trying to pull them in, you're going to be able to do that, because it is a sacred union. This is a match that is meant to be. That's why you feel it so strong. But again, the patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. You need to have patience. There are unseen factors that need to occur first. There are little things that need to align. Sometimes people think, okay, I've turned that key 90%, and you're pushing on the door and you're pushing, but you haven't had that last little twist of the wrist, which is what the divine timing is. They turn that last 10% of the key when they know all is in place and all is well. Perhaps sometimes that soulmate or that specific person has to clean up an economic factor, a mental factor, an addiction, some little thing that they're having clearance for, so they can come in on their highest frequency and vibration, and then it happens. So the Greenman's Bride it just is ready, the sacred union. It is maturing, and these relationships that you are kind of in a quandary about, going, is this going anywhere? Am I wasting my time? When you ask the true questions and say to them, what do you really think of me, and how do you see this progressing, you're going to get your true blue answer, which is, of course, I want you. And I feel like a few of you in the new year, on New Year, you're going to be proposed to as well. So get ready if you're feeling that. If not, on Christmas Day, New Year, some of you that have been in relationships, not even for that super long time, 6 months and upwards, I feel like this commitment is coming in for you because you're ready for it. They are. And when you know, you know. It's not, when you know. Yeah, it's not it's not just some whim. It's something that exists. It exists on the ethereal level. It exists. Yeah, look at this. Pages, messengers. Woohoo. the Empress, and Strength. This is phenomenal. Let me take a breath and explain what's going on here. Woohoo, guys. Okay. This is your elevated state that you're moving up to. I feel like you were kind of in the page elements for a while where you were receiving the messages, you were understanding certain things, you were understanding animal totems, synchronicities, signs. You knew, your soulmate, your spectacular other ones were coming. This love bond, this binding energy of goodness, light, and understanding things the way you should were coming. And now you're having excellent inner dialogue of saying, of course, I deserve this. Of course, this is coming. Everything is falling into its beautiful, divinely timed placing. And because of that, you're receiving the messaging, the clarity that kind of like stamps it on it, that stamp of approval. Yes, you've been a busy bee putting the work in. Here you go. Here are your messages that really, really define yes, yes, yes. So you're not like, well, I kind of thought. Now you know emphatically that this is absolutely a yes, and you feel very powerful, strong, directed. You've had that patience. You feel it coming now, and you feel really great. And part of that is due to the Strength card. When you're strong and you know that you deserve something, it comes to you. Honestly, it takes a little bit of tenacious energy and focus, but what we have to be careful, most of us, not to get derailed or distracted by other little nuances around that. People trying to inflict their agendas on us, people trying to inflict their energy. You ever get someone who's just moody and gloomy, like on Saturday Night Live? I love Debbie Downer. It makes me laugh so hard because there are people like that in the world where all of a sudden you're so excited about something and they always kind of infer some kind of doom and gloom on that. You can just deflect that. Like, your light is so bright, you don't even hear it or observe it anymore. You don't want to hear it. You're not going to take that garbage anymore. It is time for clearance. It is a time for you to spin your gold. And that's what you're doing. Therefore, bringing in this magnificent love, this magnificent success, abundance. This also has a lot to do with money. Whenever I see this, I feel like your ideas, you have the Midas touch. You are spinning them into gold. You're making it happen in a really epic way. People are taking notice. It's taken off on social media, other areas too, where people are like, this is fantastic. Got to be part of it, want to be part of it. And all of a sudden you have a following, you have people that are interested in what you're doing, saying, and it's wonderful. You're generating this energy all around you in all your houses. All your chi is starting to flow. Your third eye is really starting to be really observant to all these beautiful nuances that are showing you your successes. So you feel good about it. So you're taking the next step to the next plateau, onward and upward, so on and so forth. That's how I have to begin my day. I know that usually I start to read your comments first. I see how everybody's doing, how my words are impacting you, how you're kind of shifting, changing, growing. And then I get invigorated from that. And then I get ideas. I always look at my decks and that's sort of like, oh, okay, that. And then I get all these great ideas and I build momentum and then I get excited. And usually after a public read, I'm really, really energized and I feel good. Therefore, I have the focus for my day now to take care of myself, to exercise, to speak well of others and be in a good mood and lift the energy in the rooms I'm in, things like that. And that's how you're going to feel. Like, I know the steps to take that make me feel good, successful, happy, light, healed, all of that. And you just keep going and going. Again, bringing in abundance, bringing in love, bringing in great perspective, bringing in wisdom, great ideas. We all have this profound, ancient, beautiful knowledge that is pure and simple. But the ego convolutes it and makes it, it makes it like a combative kind of thing. So as soon as we recognize our ego coming in going, no, you have to do more, you have to spend more, this ancient wisdom comes in and goes, listen, we used to live in huts and create things of immense beauty. And we don't need all this extra. What we need is to put our mind in the right place so our heart and soul and balance is in the right place. And there you go. You are off and running in a really epic way. So I'm loving that for you, Group 3. Get ready. You're not going to recognize this abundance. Look at all the riches flying in, people bringing you cherries and carrots and all the delicious treats from the garden. I love it. So if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. If you're new to my channel, thank you. Again, you guys, thank you for all your likes and subscribes. We're almost at 40,000. It's so exciting. Get ready, you guys. Look at this. Boom. You are ready. Again, you want a private reader, you want me to elucidate further on this, just let me know. But you really are spinning, you are weaving your life into gold. And it's about time. You deserve this. So love and light.